This is your Sports Garden Network update.
Tom Barton from Sports Garden Network here with Bert Wells inside your place, man. So, look, let's go right back to square zero. Yeah. Where am I at? Tell me some history about this.
You're at the Paul Murphy Boxing Gym, DBA Sugar Bert Boxing Promotions. We're located here in Dorville, 3688 King Avenue, right outside of downtown Atlanta, about 10 minutes outside of downtown Atlanta. This is historic. The gym is historic. What we do here at the gym, producing world champions, is historic. We come from a long history of boxing. Jim was here before I took over it. Mr. Murphy, who was a city councilman here in Dorville, started this gym 1976. It's had fighters that have come through here: Vernon Forrest, O'Neal Bell, who undisputed cruiserweight. He's the last one that unified all of the undisputed cruiserweights titles. Evander, Hector Camacho Jr., Roy Jones. I mean, it's a list of boxers that have come through that have trained or had their careers out of this gym.
And now, I see your shirt, Young Holy, right? We're got a big fight tomorrow. How did you guys get connected? How did you meet? Did he come to you? You came to him?
Well, I've been watching Evan when he was as an amateur boxer coming up here in Atlanta, competing in the circuit. I do tournaments around the country, and he came in and competed in one of those shows. I saw him in the Golden Gloves. He fought against one of the kids that I was training at the time. His mom reached out to me one day. She reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about bringing Evan over to your program. What could you do for him?" And I said, "I can make him a world champion." And we've been on that path ever since. He came over as a young kid, probably about 15, 16 years old, and we've been training and preparing him for for the Olympics. At the time, we were making a run for that. Had a lot of wins. Had a lot of wins in a lot of national tournaments. He was ranked with USA Boxing, and then decided at the I think sometime last year that he was going to go pro.
So now he's pro, and here we are, right? And we're sitting in a spot tomorrow where he's got a not the longest record, but impressive so far. I mean, very impressive. What does he need to work on from your standpoint, and what have you been working on?
Mm-hmm. Well, we've been working on a lot of things. Evan has good foot speed. He's had four fights. He's 4-0. He's been knocking guys out, but they've not seen Evan. They've not seen the real Evan Holyfield. They've not seen the footwork and setup of punches and the reach that he has and the power that he has. They've not seen him. He's not come out yet. So I think this has come home for him. I think he's ready to show the world that, hey, I got a lot of tools in my toolbox.
That's a good thing, and because you're going to fight a lot of different kind of guys, right? I mean, I know going back to the first fight, it didn't last too long, so you're going, wait a minute, you didn't have much to go on. One of the questions that is always brought up for people that don't know boxing as much is, when do you know? When do you know he's ready to go to the next level? We see some guys 40-0, 40-1 that are the undercard to somebody that's 18-2. When do you know, and when do you think, how many fights?
It's training. Training dictates it all. I mean, his IQ, so watching him in the gym, watching him train, watching his sparring, levels of sparring. There's levels to this game, and so it when you start seeing that his wins against high-level opponents become easy. It tells you. I mean, boxing is a truth sport. It basically shows the time that you put in the gym, your IQ, how well you do in your fights, you're able to get graded. I mean, that's what a good team does, and he's got a great team around him. I mean, Mark Breland's in the corner, myself. We've got a lot of people that are working with Evan on a lot of different levels, strength and conditioning, and the list goes on and on. So, I mean, we know what we know. We've been doing it a long time. So we just watch him, watch what he does in the gym, but also we watch what happens when the cameras come on in the fight.
Well, you got me sold. Again, thank you very much. Thank you for inviting us into this legendary, historic place. It's Tom Barton for Sports Garden Network with Mr. Bert Wells. We'll be back right after this.
This has been a presentation of the Sports Garden Network. To be part of the show, call 1-855-4-GARTEN. That's 1-855-442-7386. Connect with us on Facebook and Twitter at Sports Garden. That's GARTEN. Get all your credible sports intelligence 24 hours a day by visiting us at sportsgarden.com.